and we're going live on Breaking the Chain of Institutionalization. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I do not own the rights to that music. I do not own the right to that music. The night's topic is pressure. Nah, not definitely not. I do not own the right to that music. Y'all forgive me. But tonight we're going live, and at the end of the day, this is what I'm doing. The night we're talking about the subject of patience. 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 And we're gonna talk about this here, man. And this is what's going on, man. I'm waiting for people to join the live so we can get it popping. But one thing I want to know is that everybody that is America could benefit from this live. Why? I done did the math, man. And the math say that every black family in America has someone incarcerated. You have to forgive me right now tonight, right? Because I'm trying to get 3 different things going on. I'm trying to get the Instagram, I'm trying to get the Facebook, and I'm trying to get the YouTube going. But now that we got everything popping, tonight's discussion is about patience. Patience. And what patience has to do with breaking the chain of institutionalization. As you see what I got on tonight, man, y'all see the Valley Lifer. That's the Valley Lifer. Y'all see what he got on? He got the ball and chain. And that's the chain that I'm talking about breaking tonight. And in breaking the chain of institutionalization, my platform and what I want to do is try to help those of us that's coming home from prison, those of us that's maybe tuning in from their phone in the joint. I'm trying to give y'all a tool, a word of encouragement to keep you going each week. So I created Breaking the Chain of Institutionalization based upon a book that I read in the joint. I read in prison that helped me break the chain of institutionalization. This is by Dr. Naeem Akbar. Dr. Naeem Akbar, he's a Florida State University professor. In this book, and I explained in many other lives that this book is called Breaking the Chain of Psychological Slavery. But let's think about that. Let's think about that. Psychological slavery. Psychological slavery. There's a lot of us that's done time, that's in prison, that there's something psychologically, there's something that needs to be retrained. Because I remember coming up as a little boy, I had a philosophy in Miami that I'd rather be in jail than out here broke. That's how I moved in the streets. I was chasing that money so hard that one of my philosophy and the guys that I rent with out of Robin Hood, listen, that was our name, our hood, Robin Hood. We rather been in jail than in the streets broke. And there's a lot of young guys, that's young men that's coming up, and y'all are young females that's in this hustle, that's out here scamming, that's out here selling drugs, that's out here doing anything and everything to, be successful, to have money in their pocket, to have the things that they see everybody else with, the rappers and the celebrities with, and the homeboys with. So they, in essence, their philosophy and their mentality is the same thing that I had. And in that pursuit of success or in that pursuit of money, they're willing to do any and everything to achieve it. My advice to them is to be patient. If you're working a job, don't let nobody make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. The job may not be affording you the things that you see and want, but if you strategically plan and move out with patience, and I'm going to add on to that, and I'm going to tell you what you need to have with this patience to understand that you are truly having patience. I was told by the old folks, patience is a virtue. And what the virtual part of the patience is perseverance. It's perseverance. So in the pursuit of whatever goal you set for yourself, be patient and persevere. And the true way to understand that you're having perseverance in your patience is that you're trusting the process. You are doing whatever may be coming your way. The laugh, the diss, I understand when you be at a job, you be getting dissed, or you may feel like disrespect, or the supervisor talking to you crazy. So you need to have patience. In that process, you need to have perseverance. Shout out to everybody that's tuning into me on IG. I'm waiting to see if people tuning into me on Facebook. But if you don't have the time or you're doing something else, then you can watch the video later and share it. Tell somebody else about this live. This live is needed. Just like an NA meeting and an AA meeting, and they have a support system. They have people they even have sponsors. I want to be your sponsor. I want to be the sponsor to the ex-convicts. I want to be the sponsor to those of us that's coming home. I want you to look for every Monday for this live from a weighted word, for a little jewel, for a little encouragement to keep on keeping on. Me, if you read my book, you've been following me for a while, you read my book Pressure, or you read my book Federal Pressure, you know I've been struggling with institutionalization my whole life. You know that I've been in and out of from boys' school, juvenile hall, state prison, and now to federal prison. And I don't mind sharing, because when I did my last bid, I turned to God. And I'm going to show you another book that helped me along my journey while I was in. And I've been mentioning this a lot, and a lot of people don't understand what it is. So I went out and got the book, so y'all know when I say I'm on resolution. What's up, Anthony Brown? Tap in, man. Tap in. The people need to hear from you too. You know what I'm saying? The people want to know when I say I'm on revolutionary suicide, this is who I get it from. This is who I get it from. And if you don't know who that is, and you over 40, and you don't know who this guy is, then shame on you. How can you be a factor to this community if you don't know your history yourself? I'm on revolutionary suicide. Anthony Brown, who's following me on IG right now, he's on revolutionary suicide. What that means is, that means we found our purpose and we're ready to die for our purpose. We're ready to stand on what we're about. I ain't got no problem. Because when I'm gone, when they read my eulogy, they're gonna have a song, they're gonna have to guess who I am. They ain't gonna have to ask nobody who I am, because they're gonna be able to go through this and know who I am. When they read my eulogy, they're gonna say, well, he started out like this, he ended like this, and then there's another book coming behind that. You understand what I'm saying? Because once you put it in the book, once that book is circulated, once God don't give everybody a book. Everybody feel like they got a story, and everybody do have a story. But God don't give everybody a book. So I'm grateful. And I should have started this live out by saying all praises to the Most High. Because without him, I wouldn't be free. And I promised him this last go round, if you read my book, Federal Pressure, and you read the acknowledgement, you'll see that I got tired. And I turned to the Most High. I'm a Muslim. I pray over 5 times a day. I just got off my knees before I came on this live. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm a real gangster, but I'm a spiritual gangster. I'm a real gangster, but I'm a God-fearing gangster. I remember reading a poem from the great. I remember reading a poem from the great Marcus Garvey. And if you're over 40 and you don't know who that is, and I got to tell you who that is, I understand the young people are not connected. And that's partly our fault. I'm talking about us guys that call ourselves OGs. And us guys that call ourselves Generation X. We let them down. We dropped the ball. We passed on material things, but we didn't pass on the real substance. How many of y'all sit down and made your kids watch Roots? How many of y'all making your kids go to Sunday school? I'm a Muslim, but I still say that Sunday school would have led me to understanding the Quran. Huh? I know you know who Marcus Garvey is, Anthony Brown. You ain't got a shot. I told him you already on Revolution Suicide. You the one of the reason that my book is published today. Shout out to Anthony Brown, Best Move Services. I'm going to shout you out. But anyway, let me finish this thought. Marcus Garvey said in a poem that I had hanging in my cell that I look to every day as an affirmation, as a confirmation, as a reason to not give up, a reason to push forward. He said, "Oh, generation of well, in this generation." He said, "Oh, in this generation of ours, where are the men of courage? Where are the men of courage?" I'm gonna tell you, I can't finish the whole poem because the poem and the message I got, it was so stained out when I got it. And I'm still looking for the whole poem. So if y'all know what poem I'm talking about for Marcus Garvey, please inbox me and reach out to me because I've been all I had was an old piece of copy of it. And I still got it in my files and in my record. Because I woke and I looked up at that every day. And it gave me hope. Because I said, here I go. I want to be a man of courage. And I remember telling the guys in prison that I was going to come out and do this, and I was going to holler at the young guys. And they was telling me, man, them young guys ain't going to listen. Them young guys they ain't studying that. They chasing that paper. And I told them they had a minute to listen. I said, that ain't going to stop me. Because I already made a promise to God that if he released me early, that I was going to get out here and I was going to be a real OG. I wasn't going to propagate prison. I wasn't going to promote selling drugs. I wasn't going to promote criminal activity. But I was going to stand on a code that I believe in, a G code that I stand on, and I know the true code, and I know the principle to the codes. And one of them, I got on my arm, and I show it all the time. It's called stop stitching. Because a lot of y'all think y'all ready for the streets, and you really ain't. You get in the streets, you participate, and then when some real G shit hits in your face, oh man, your skirt come out, and your balls get cut. And here you go, telling on the whole hood, bringing your mama, girlfriend, and everybody down. Huh, shame on you. You ain't ready. But guess what? If you found out you wasn't ready, and you get out the streets, and you change your life, like T.I. did. Hey, why I keep, hey man, hey, I got to throw it out there, man, because he did it. He did it. And if he hear the video, I ain't Charlton White. I ain't gonna run from what I'm saying. If T.I. hear this video, and this ain't another guy popping at your family, because when you got out, after you realized you wasn't cut from that cup, you started a show called Family Matters. And I said, good going, T.I. Then you start getting political. Then you teamed up with the brother, Killer Mike. Then you start doing the good work. So I gave you a pass. Some of y'all don't realize that y'all really ain't ready for that federal pressure. You really ain't ready for federal pressure. You really don't want to get up on the federal judge and face all that time and then take it because you got caught. So I give you a pass, but just don't talk that gangster stuff no more. Don't promote prison and gangs, and T.I. haven't been doing that. So you're wrong. Leave T.I. alone. And if T.I. had anything to say, and I know I'm getting a little bit off the subject, but I just had to use that as an example because I don't script this. This ain't scripted. Whatever God put in my heart to say, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to put nobody in the police. I'm not going to put nobody in prison. I'm not going to call the police. I post everywhere I be. Right now I'm in Atlanta. I walk the streets. I don't walk the streets, but I go to my job. I go where I need to be at. And anybody got an issue with anything I'm saying, anything if I say if it's offending you, and if I'm wrong, I don't have no problem in saying that I'm wrong. Because I've been wrong most of my life. I don't have no problem saying, hey man, my bad. But anything that I said in this live that's wrong or ain't right, I ain't talking about if I offend people, because I don't mind. I know you're going to offend some people. You can't make everybody happy. You can't please everybody. But if I offend you and I'm wrong, then I apologize. But if I'm right, I'm going to stand on what I stand on, and whatever smoke you bring, I want all of it. I'm just telling you how I am. I'm a real one. I know what I'm saying? I'm a real one. I don't threaten nobody, but I do the one get there. In Dade County Jail, I'm one of the bell teamers. And you see me in a bell in a fight, how you say, pull 100 on me and get a bell razor, babe. I just said that's how I live. That's what we stand on, man. If you think I said something wrong, make my mouth look like ketchup. That's how I move. But if you do, be ready to know that you got a mouth too. And I bring ass to get ass. This ain't Charleston White. This ain't Charleston Rat White. This a real OG. I don't know who's certifying. This ain't no act. This is a promise that I made to God. I could be anywhere right now doing anything. As a matter of fact, I need to be in a barbershop getting my hair cut because I like to look presentable. I'm talking about that pride I was telling y'all about last week. I love my appearance. I got a barbershop. I put it off. I could be in my garage straightening something out. I could be doing something. Matter of fact, I got some business I need to be doing on a computer. But since I made a promise to God that I was going to help who I could help with breaking the chain institutionalization, I dedicate this. This ain't about no clout. But I ask y'all, share this live the same way you share that dumbass ice bucket challenge. Share this live the same way you share that dumbass crate challenge. I challenge y'all to help those that's coming home. All the Debos, all the Melvins, all the brother that played in Jason Lyrics, cause Tyler Perry and all the other great screen players, they put us in a role, and we look at these roles of Debo and Melvin, and we laugh, or we sympathize, or we just don't understand, or we just consider them as can't get right. But nationality, man, breaking the chain institutionalization is for the ex-convicts that's coming home, so we can say fuck prison. We don't deserve, we're not animals, and y'all over-sentencing us, and y'all keeping warehousing us, and we don't really supposed to be there. I did 16 years my last time in the Fed. I had 21 years, and they were trying to make me do like 19 or 20 of them. But all praise to the Most High. He heard my cry. And you want to know the real niggas cry in the prison? Yeah, we do. You want to know where we cry at? I ain't ashamed to tell you that. I ain't ashamed to say it, because I'm a man of courage. We cry in the shower, so the shower wash our tears away. We cry in our beds, inside our pillows, so a nigga don't hear us. Them the two places I cried. I didn't cry often, but I cried. And I cried to who it really mattered to, because ain't nobody else want to hear a grown-ass nigga cry. I cried to the Most High. And he heard me. And he shook the gates of America. Not Jericho. He shook the gate of America. And guess what? They had to let me go. See, when I went to the feds thought they were burying me alive. But what they really realized, they planted a seed and it grew. Here I go. And I told y'all when I get out, I got something for y'all. I was calling and I was writing. And when I got my little joint in the joint, I was up on everybody hashtags and all the things I was seeing going on. That's why I created Valley Life. Vision, empower, leadership, initiative. That was Valley Life. I'm taking on where Tupac left off at. This ain't this thug life to the next level. This corporate thugging. This entrepreneur thugging. This real thugging. This thugging, this voting poll thugging. I'm taking off where Larry Hoover left off. Free the chief. I've been screaming it. I've been to the rallies. I support the chief. Chicago wouldn't be going on like it's going on if the chief was out. If he just had access to his mail. If he had access to a phone. Because the last time the chief was on the phone, I want y'all to go back and listen to The Resurrection. By Scarface, 1996. When the chief told y'all to get to the voting polls. What y'all been seeing me do lately? Telling y'all to get to the voting polls. Because they don't want to see that sleeping giant rope awoken. You know who that sleeping giant is? The unfelon young brother that's walking around the street, 18 years old, thinking his vote don't matter. That's that sleeping giant. Those brothers and sisters that got their voting rights back in Florida, that think their vote don't matter. That's that sleeping giant. See, they may, and I told y'all, they may come at me for what I'm talking about. The last time I talked like this, they took everything from me, and I'm starting over. But every time they let me start over, I'm back at their ass. And listen, I'm going to say it again. I'm on the same thing Huey Newton was on. We don't need no more little babies. Not no shade toward little baby. We don't need no more LeBron James. Ain't no shade though to LeBron James. We don't need no more just millionaires that's doing things. We don't need no more scripted people. We don't need no more fake politicians. What we need is some revolutionaries. Some niggas, some brothers and sisters that can't be brought. Some niggas that can't be brought. However you need to hear it, I'm going to give it to you. Some thugs that can't be brought. See, some of y'all don't know who the talented 10 is. Because he ain't had time to read. I was on 23-1 and sometimes 24-0. Tell Kodak back, it's another part of that. It's 24-0. Because they ain't always let us out for 23-1. Or sometimes I ain't even want to come out for my one. I took a shower and I bathed, a bird bath, just to make a statement, let them know you don't make me run out of here. My cell is my refuge. I'm in here. I'm getting it right. I'm reading. I'm in here doing the good work. You can pass me by. Because y'all playing games out there anyhow. The feds couldn't break me. The state couldn't break me. I'll be damned if I'm going to let these streets break me or any nigga running these streets break me. Boy, I ain't Charleston White, boy. This ain't no gimmick. I'm going to keep calling his name out because he said something about my people. He said something on one of his lives about the Cup Soup community. That's what I hashtag us, the Cup Soup community. Because when y'all ain't sending no money, when y'all writing us off, when y'all buried us to death, when y'all helped throw the dirt on us, when I talk about us, I'm talking about us in prison. Us that's got a lot of time. When you don't roll us off like that, nigga must be liking it in there. He must be got a home, he must be got a boyfriend in there or something. When y'all write us off like that, all we had to eat some nights is a cup soup. When they lock us down, all we have nights sometimes is a cup soup or a bag soup. But guess what? Guess what? God made sure we had something to eat, because guess what? Every time I ate that, I was grateful, and I still said prayers over it. Because I knew somebody else in another country wasn't eating as good as I was. And even though I was in prison, there was somebody in another country that had it harder than me. I seen the brothers that was catching hell in Syria, catching hell in Africa. Understand what I'm saying? So guess what, man? It's real, man. We could get on here. We could TikTok. We could do all the other things. We could jive and we could play. But when somebody get on him and he stand for something, they don't get the much as play that they. So I'm asking you, share these videos, share these lives, get the message out to our brothers. Because we coming home. We coming home. And for those that's home, guess what, baby? We ain't going back. And those of us that's coming home, I want you to have patience. And I'm going to tell y'all something about y'all brothers and sisters that's in the inside. Just because you're doing time, just because you're forced to wait, don't mean you're having patience. I like to call you calendar turners. The time is doing you. If y'all ain't in there writing books, putting down your plan, if y'all ain't in there utilizing the opportunity to get a degree, if y'all ain't in there utilizing the opportunity to become a master a tradesman in whatever trade you decide, you're supposed to come out and know real estate, or you're supposed to come out and know how to build a nonprofit organization. You're supposed to come out and be the best carpenter. You're supposed to come out and have an electrician trade, because you done spent decades and opportunity to have the time to do that. So if you're in there just doing the time, playing, gyrating, because I know I was in there. You can't fool me. You can fool Shuli May. You can fool your mama. You in there running around playing tickets. Top of those that got the phone. I want y'all to hear this too. Because they're going to pop that gate and they're going to let you go unless you got a life sentence. And even if you got a life sentence, you know how to do it right. You know how to get that off you, because the big God can't shake the fence of America. And once he shake the fence of America, I done seen brothers give back life. Matter of fact, Anthony Brown just got a brother off life. So if you need somebody and you know somebody to do a good service, look up my brother Anthony Brown that's on his page right now. Pick up his service. He just got time. He does motions. He does any kind of type of work you want to do. Look up this brother on my page. You follow me, go follow Anthony Brown. He got an organization and it's trademarked and it's licensed and it's bonded. It's called the Best Move Services. He the one that helped me get my book published. When I met this brother in Atlanta halfway house, and I seen that this brother was capable of typing, I seen this brother was efficient at typing, I seen this brother quality of work, I spent over $1,000, or maybe I forgot how much it was, but I made sure I spent what he told me the price was, and I invoiced him to make sure his company be successful. So when y'all want to look for a good black service, when you want to look for some paperwork need to be done, if it ain't nothing but trademarking, if ain't this brother, if it's something he could do in research, if it's some research you need to be done, look up Best Move Services. Look up Anthony Brown. And I don't know what's so hard about these cats with all these big platforms And I'm going to get back on T.I. right now. Because know why I want to get back at T.I.? Because T.I. can respond. But I want him to respond to me with the truth. You responded to this cat, Charleston White. Now Charleston White making over $40,000 a week just to get on here and bamboozle my people. So if you want to respond back to me, I'm welcome. But there ain't going to be no threats. It ain't going to be no police calling. I'm right here in Atlanta. We could meet. I know you be at Rose Bar. I know you be at Tribeca because I work those places. I met you. I met your son out in them places. I treated y'all with utmost respect. Even after I know what happened in Cincinnati, I gave you a pass because I felt like you realized that that wasn't for you and you did what you did and you got out the way and you ain't on the streets no more. You're a rapper and you're an actor. You're an activist and you're a businessman. I'm going to give you all your accolades. But one thing you're not is an OG. That's my lane. So when I stepped to you as a real OG, and I told you, I say, T.I., me and you was in Forest City together. Because I got stabbed 8 times for standing up to brothers it's in federal pressure, standing up for the brothers about the weight power for the Serenos. They sent me to Forest City where you and Mike Tyson done y'all time at. But unfortunately, my points was high. So I was at the other side where they were busting niggas in heads with locks and stabbing niggas because they was on Tunchi and all other type of stuff. If y'all don't know what Tunchi is, that's K2, and that's some other stuff that's making our brothers lose mind in prison. But I stepped to you in Rose Bar and I gave you this book. T.I., if you haven't read my book and you haven't did your research and found out I'm a real OG and you haven't lent your support on what I'm doing because you're an ex-con and you can help, I'm asking you at least give me my book back because I paid for it. You told me when I met you, I said, hey, man, only if you just take a picture. And I ain't them type of nigga be rolling up on no picture, but I know the power of posting. The power of you saying, go follow this brother. He's the real deal. So I call myself networking. Now I don't run up on people asking for pictures. But I let them know what I stand for. Now they ask me to take a picture. Like Keith Sweat did. Like my homeboy Ball Greasy them did. So I'm asking you, T.I., you ain't got to jump on here talking about nobody attacking your family. This is not Charleston White. But soon somebody came at you, the first thing you wanted was support, just like Bill Cosby. And no shade. Just like the rest of them, when y'all getting some shit over y'all head, y'all want the support of the streets. Y'all want the support of the homies. Y'all want the support of the hood. You bank head out. But when a real OG step to you and say, hey, man, I got a message. I'm trying to get my message out the same way when you were back trying to push that Rubber Band Man before you met Tiny. I'm trying to bring it in. The reason I'm calling you, because I hope you respond so we can talk, so we can do some good. I'm not attacking you, coming at you in no disrespectful way. But guess what? However you take it, however you want to present it, boy, look here, ain't no ducking me, boy. Ain't no ducking this. I'm a real OG out of Miami, man. It's on my book, and that's what I'm going to stay, and that's what I'm staying on. So if y'all got the power to get this to T.I., get this to Charleston White, get this to whoever you need to get it to so we can get the message out, so we can start saving our brothers and sisters that's coming home that's part of this village. When they say it take a village, it take all of us. Street niggas, politicians, understand what I'm saying? All of us to save our kids' life, to further this culture of ours. So don't leave us out. Don't leave us out. Share one. Share this. I'm going to tell y'all like this here. Go tell Lottie. Go tell Dottie. Go tell everybody. The real is back. And we ain't going nowhere. I ain't the only one doing this. Shout out to Marshawn the General. Shout out to them boys, Wale and Gilly. Shout out to them boys, know what I'm saying? Keep with Family First in Atlanta. Shout out to all the real OGs that's bringing forth this platform, that's out here doing their thing. Because guess what? Marcus Garvey say, where the men of courage at? And I say, here I go. Every Monday I'm on here. All week long I'm posting. And when I find a topic that pertain, I don't jump on here trying to tell nobody about no relationships unless it's got something to do with my brothers and sisters coming home from prison or my real young thug. I ain't on here trying to tell you how to get your money or what to do with your money. But I'm here to tell you, if you're getting money, scamming, selling dope, or whatever you're doing, know that ain't no career. That's a hustle. And you better know what you're doing. And you better do it fast. Because these niggas rats. And they tell it. Like Charleston White. Understand what I'm saying? So help me. Last time, Charles, he know I'm talking about him. Because he at me on one of his jump. But he spelled Velly with 2 L. Make sure you tell that nigga from Texas, Fort Walk, the Charleston Rat White. If he gonna add OG Jigga Velly, it's Velly, V-E-L-I. No 2 L's. V-E-L-I. L-I-F-E. 305. A real Miami OG. And get what? You could look up Miami OG and you could go all through Miami. If they up to my age, you can ask them from down south to Cass City and probably even further to Broward County about Lil G. G-I-G. Back in the day, we used to call ourselves Lil because we were little niggas. But it's G, a real OG. And some know about Jigga Velly because that's what we put down on 6-0. Velly Light. Shout out to my homeboy Lil Bo, Anthony Fells. Shout out to my homeboy Bert, Shantae Ward. Shout out to my homeboy Joe. Rest in peace, Joe Velly. Shout out to my boy, my homeboy Ken Warner Velly. Shout out to Marv Velly. Shout out to Mina Velly. Shout out to all the real Vellies on 6-0. Because get what, man? We the real ones. We had it all the way down from 62nd and 14th, the 61st and 14th, the 6-0 and 14th. Back then, we were pushing that work. Now we pushing this message. The same thing Meech is doing with BMF is the same thing OG Jigga Velly doing with Velly Life. I'm going to be every Monday. I'm going to have a weighted word for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all share this, man. Share it. Make sure everybody get it. And make sure, hey, T.I., you get it too. You building up these rats. I mean, y'all might be working together. You and Charleston White. That might have been a promotional scam. Charleston White got so many skimmies and gams. He might be having niggas work with him to blow him up. I don't know. I don't trust none of this. But it's your boy, OG Jigga Velly, boy, the big guard on my side, man. Share it with somebody because we all got somebody coming home from prison. Every Monday, man, I'm right here, man. Breaking the chains Tuesdays. But before I go, I got to plug the people that let me use their platform. Shout out to Insane Wayne. Shout out to Los to Do the Most. And shout out to my wife, Coco, Body by Coco, for letting me use their platform, talk their shit. They coming back for their second season, and they're going to be talking their shit. And they're going to be dealing with some real matters. They from Cottage Park. So shout out to them. Understand me? Plug the real in. Hey, man. Also, man, if you go to the shit show, make sure you tell Big Banks, man, you need to interview OG Jigga Velly, man. Let him straighten out that stuff with this dude, Charleston White. Let him straighten out and get his message out there. I talked to Big Banks last night on his live. You understand what I'm saying? He followed me or he posted me or whatever he did for me, but I'm in contact with some people. Y'all gonna be hearing a lot more of me, man. I won't stop, man. Can't stop. This bad boy for life. Yeah. That's what it is, man. Y'all get at me, man. Thug life forever, nigga. You already know. This your boy OG Jigga Velly. It's been real, man. Signing off to next Monday. Hey, Kareem, can you come do the computer and make sure I post it on Facebook? I don't know how to do this one on Facebook off the computer. I think I did it.